gonna give him away for free. Come on, I thought you had more to spare than that.
And a pig eat half of my crops.
Have you finished your business?
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
Philip, I now understand why our market at Kingsbridge has had more visitors lately. Shiring isn't what it used to be. Steep taxes and strict laws have taken their toll on the town.
Is that so?
These merchants would give anything to do their business at another fleece fair, but there's none nearby. They need a place with fair taxes, one that can put those taxes to good use.
Are you thinking of a fleece fair in Kingsbridge?
Call in the monk and the woman he's with.
You, impatient monk. It's your turn. The girl, too.
Me? What? Did you want me to come with you?
No. We're not first in line, are we?
Well, lucky you, then. Get moving.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge. The Earl of Shiring.
Thank you for hearing me, old Percy. Please allow me to introduce my friend, Aliena of Kingsbridge.
I knew it was you. Oh, it doesn't sound like you missed me.
I demand to talk to the Earl of Shiring. He has broken his word.
You are talking to the Earl of Shiring.
Bishop Waleran?
The enemies of this earldom have taken Percy Hamley from our midst.
Mother!
Do you consider yourself a friend of the earldom of Shiring, Philip?
Friend? That damned monk is drinking the blood of my earldom!
It is not for us to damn them, Lord William. But judge them we must.
I don't take as kindly to thieves as my father did. Shiring is changing.
What crimes did we commit then?
The king has never licensed a market in Kingsbridge.
Your market is illegal, Philip.
You are stealing my taxes by allowing my people to trade in your sorry priory, and you disrespect my authority!
Is that true, Philip?
I will talk to the king about this.
You and your friends have always played by your own rules, but not anymore. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The days of Kingsbridge Cathedral are over.
Now leave. The next time I will show no mercy.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln. More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of, as King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester. He had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north. Then, at nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men. Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home. I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it. His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that? I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge. After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.
You are late. Is it done?
Yes, my bishop. Their builder is dead.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
I fear I must.
Then let's not waste more time. Come on, Philip. Where do we find King Stephen?
Who's asking?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
I've heard of you.
Good things, I hope.
Maybe. You can go inside the cathedral.
Where are all the knights and soldiers?
I should go first.
But this is a house of God.
Only 2 more days.
If they know what's good for them, they'll surrender.
I'd be disappointed if Maud would give up so easily.
My king! You have my sword!
Good! Who is that?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
Him. Now, what about those archers out there?
Where is Alonso? Is he still not here?
No. He joined one of the other groups because you wouldn't stop arguing.
Maybe it's for the best, then.
I doubt it. I only wish your sister had tried to keep you two from quarreling. I had hoped she would be a better diplomat.
She? Don't make me laugh. And now stop whining. We will go into battle soon. For the king!
Ha! For the king!
I will spare myself the malice and infamy. Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. Is it now?
There's no 2 ways about it. I have to go out there myself to see what's going on.
My king, Ranulf's archers are only waiting for you.
They know they'll be at my mercy once I've dealt with Robert the Bastard and Ranulf the traitor. I doubt they dare shoot me.
Stephen, be reasonable.
Henry, will the Church for once shut up? We are at war. Wonderful. Now, I will go out there without getting shot in the head. I must know why they posted the archers up there today. Just for once, use your brain. Think.
Yes, my king.
My king?
You? What are you doing here? Have you come to atone for having your monks write that heretical book?
No, my bishop.
So you continue to doubt your bishops, your pope?
Henry.
How dare you show your face here?
Henry! I told you I am not to be disturbed.
This monk should be thrown into a cell.
What?
Because he doubts your miracles? I have to admit, having someone walk over red-hot plowshares, or putting his hand in boiling water to prove he's innocent, is entertaining. I give you that.
Stephen!
But the monk is right, of course. There is a tendency that your miracles conveniently happen when the Church needs them most. Whoever believes that to be a coincidence, or miraculous, deserves no place at my table. Philip the Prior. I remember you. I will make sure my brother won't arrest you. But I don't have time for you just now. Unless you have a solution for my problem. There are archers outside, probably looking forward to killing me. But I have to see what's going on out there with my own eyes, without getting shot. If you don't have a solution for my problem, do not disturb us. We shall talk later.
He was on a crusade and took lives in... Why does the Lord not reject the sacrifices of men like him? Why? Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
The slow man loses more than his righteousness in battle, Philip.
What would be the safest way to face an archer?
Are you thinking of joining us in battle?
He's finally become one of us.
Never mind. No. Our king's advisors believe it would be dangerous for him to stand out here in front of the archers.
They're right.
They are?
Don't worry. They won't waste their arrows on monks and peasants. But the king would definitely be a tempting target. Would end the war in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't hesitate to shoot the bastard of Gloucester either.
Better not get too close. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. But who oppresses whom, my lord? Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Were they all sinners, Lord? Each and every one of them? If you were to dress like a poor man, not like a king or a soldier, the archers might not shoot at you.
This is highly inappropriate, Philip of Gwynedd.
It is. But he's right. Robert's a bastard, but his men are not without honor. I may try it. A good idea. You are Welsh, aren't you?
Yes, my king.
The Welsh are moving against me as we speak. They call themselves kings over there. Did you know that?
I do. I was born in the kingdom of Gwynedd.
Barbarian kings. Robert of Gloucester did well to enlist them for his cause. I remember how, when we first met, you told me you were worried about Robert of Gloucester. You saw it. I saw it. But no one else at this table did. Now he'll arrive in 2 days' time to fight us. Tell me, Philip, why have you come all the way from Kingsbridge to see me?
The Earl of Shiring, William Hamley, broke the pact I had made with his parents and you, my king. He stopped supporting our cathedral with stone and timber.
And why is that?
Because I made a great mistake. I have conducted a market without a license.
Is that so?
It was my fault. I thought the church did not need a license.
Did you hear that, Henry?
Yes, my brother.
My brother makes that same mistake all too often. William Hamley had the right to punish you, and he is a loyal friend of mine.
Yes, my king.
But I consider you a friend as well. I hereby grant you the same market rights as Shiring. It would be a shame if you didn't finish your cathedral.
Thank you. Thank you, my king.
What's going on out there?
Of course. That's why all those archers are up there. Robert of Gloucester is not attacking in 2 days. He's attacking today. To arms! It's an ambush. Do not use the front entrance. They knew that would draw us out. I need my horse.
As Stephen and his men went to face the approaching army, his brother, Bishop Henry, urged me up to the top of the cathedral. His fear had made him forget about our dispute. I had never been that high up.
Pray with me, Philip. Pray that Stephen will win, so this war can end.
I closed my eyes to pray. And as I had 5 years ago, in my heart I sided with Stephen. And I prayed for him and his men. And as I did, I realized that ever since the dream about my parents, I had not prayed. What if, as in the dream, my prayers would not be heard now? I begged the Lord to make me see. To make me see that he was there.
Philip, look!
I was too far away to understand what was happening.
Robert's men. They're winning. Stephen is lost.
It felt like the world was spinning under my feet. I was afraid that I would fall. I closed my eyes. And then I saw.
They're breaking through the church doors!
women.
And then I knew it was us. Only us. No devil to harm us. No god to protect us. Only us.
Philip was gone for 2 weeks. We had no idea what had happened to him. To be true, we had other things on our mind. Ali and I.
Are you sure we're alone?
Right now, there's only you and me.
Look at that.
Told you.
I hope Philip and Richard are all right.
Me too.
Say, Jack, have you read our book?
What about you? What did you think?
No, this is Philip's fault. If all this falls apart because he set up an illegal market, he alone will be responsible.
I have faith in him, and so should you. Who else could save Kingsbridge if not him?
Do you still remember the text?
Well, do you?
Well... I think I remember one part.
Oh? And which one was that?
Before me, she stood, her clothing set aside. No flaw to be found in all her body.
All clothing was set aside?
All of it.
And there was no flaw?
No flaw at all. Oh, her shoulders and her arms. I saw and I caressed. And then her breasts, forms made to be felt and touched.
I remember that part.
Oh, you do?
Yes. How flat his belly beneath his slender waist. His legs, what form, what a perfect arse.
You made that up.
So what? Don't you like my version?
Oh, I like it.
Why recall each aspect? Nothing that I saw lacked perfection. As I hugged my naked body close to his.
Ali,
Yes?
I love you.
I love you too. I always will.
Did you hear something?
No. It's only us, Jack. You and me.
It is us. Only us.
Hey! Philip the Prior! Monk! That's better. Never let them see you weak. Stand tall.
What about Ranulf's men?
Probably glad to be out of the castle after all that time. Probably looking for women and getting drunk.
It's getting dark.
It's not the end of days.
Are you sure of that?
I'm not finished here yet. So yes, I'm sure.
Richard!
Don't draw attention to yourself. Not when they have you in a cage. Not if you're the king.
Why am I in here?
You are with us, are you not?
I prayed for your victory.
God is not a reliable ally these days, is he? How do you explain that? You were right about William Hamley.
How so?
The moment the battle took a turn for the worse, he and his men switched sides. The Earl of Shiring is fighting for Maud now, and for Robert.
William Hamley is only fighting for himself, and for Bishop Waleran.
He's over there. Thank you.
Francis!
Oh, Philip.
Of course. You came with your master, Earl Robert, did you not?
Yes. When I heard from Bishop Henry that you were in Lincoln, I started looking. He thought you were dead.
Not yet. It is good to see you, brother.
Henry said you came because you need a market license.
Yes.
I think I know someone who can help. I'll have you released, and then we will go to Winchester. Just be patient for a moment.
What about you?
My loyals will make their moves. The game is not yet over.
If you want peace, if you want to save the lives of the innocent, you have to give up.
Never. That's the only thing I'm not good at.
Then there really is.
So this is your brother? I have heard much about you, Prior. Your brother has supported our family for many years. And we remember those who are loyal to us. Hereby I grant Kingsbridge the same market rights as Shiring.
The same rights?
The same.
Thank you, my queen.
Thank you.
The bloodline is restored. Not long, and my son will take his rightful place here on the throne.
All will be as it was. I will be a just king, as Grandfather Henry was.
Peace will be restored in England. Do you have anything else you wish to tell us, Prior?
No. Nothing.
Thank you, my queen.
In the last 2 days of the Fleece Fair, we have collected more money than we did during the last 3 markets combined.
Is the Earl of Shiring not opposed to us doing a fleece fair of our own?
The law protects us.
And our lord.
He is. Our time of trepidation is finally over.
It will never be over.
What did you say, Philip?
Nothing. The music is too loud.
Our prior is right. The display out there is not appropriate for our monastery.
The fair will be over soon. And by then, Kingsbridge will be self-sufficient.
Philip? Ah, you're back. How are things at the quarry?
All's in order. We won't have any further problems. So, why did you ask me to come?
It's about Jack. He got into a fight with Alfred. Have you come to a decision yet?
Yes. I think it wise you take in Jack as a novice. He wouldn't work on the cathedral, but he could stay in Kingsbridge.
Jack can already read and write, and there is much more we can teach him here. What does his mother think?
Ellen won't talk to me because of this. She believes I'm favoring Alfred. But Alfred is the master craftsman. I taught him since he was 6. Jack is only an apprentice. And the two can't go on like this.
No, they cannot.
I have no choice. I want the best for my children. For all of them.
Of course. Let us talk to Jack.
Yes.
Tom? Wait for me.
Philip? Something is ailing you, isn't it? Philip, you told me and Cuthbert once that if you became prior, you would want to expand our scriptorium. Remember? It was the day little Jonathan came to us.
Yes, I remember. He was so little.
You achieved what you set out to do, and so much more. If only Cuthbert was still here with us to see this.
Milius, we have not had time to talk since I returned.
There was time, but you avoided it.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
Why? For once, all is well.
It started even before I left my brother in Winchester, but he's still in the middle of all the chaos. I'm afraid. For him. For all of us. But it's not just that.
No?
I think I've...
You?
Let us...
Yes, of course, we will.
Are you not coming, Remigius?
I have pressing matters to attend to, my prior.
All right.
And what kind of surprise is it?
Well, I think you'll be amazed, both of you.
Ooh, now I'm curious. When can we see it?
It should be done this afternoon. Come on, Jonathan. Let's have a look at the bear.
Yes, please.
Have fun, boys. Any idea what he's up to?
I have no idea.
Father, Jack took tools from the site. I don't know what he did with them, but I know he took them.
Well, you two won't get a chance to quarrel in the future. Philip will see to that. But Jack is not the only one to blame in this.
Oh, by the way, I've heard from Richard.
Is he all right?
The message didn't say, but I assume he's fine.
Why's that?
Look at him go!
Are you...
Of course. What a show.
Why did the bear and dog fight?
It's in their nature. The beast that is more clever and stronger wins.
No. For them, there is no winning.
Jonathan, come here. You shouldn't have brought him here. It's dangerous.
I'm always doing something wrong no matter what I do. If Alfred had brought him here, I bet there wouldn't have been a problem.
There would have.
Maybe it's better if you and Jonathan go. Jack.
What?
I know how you feel.
Oh, really?
We are like these poor animals, forced to tear at each other's flesh. It is a game that they force us to play.
Who? Tom?
No. The kings and empresses, even the bishop, Tom, and all of us are made to live in an unjust world in which we are forced to make unjust decisions again and again. And we don't even know we are playing their game. You have every right to be angry. But there is a way to remove yourself. Perhaps not for the sake of God, but for the sake of man.
What do you mean?
I want you to become a monk.
Wait! Don't go wandering off on your own.